I've been following Depp vs. Heard for a little over 2 years now, and I wish I could tell you I remember every single article and who took Johnny's side and who took Amber's side, but I simply don't have that information offhand because there's so many of them. But this one, Perez Hilton, I'm pretty sure is a very finger-in-the-wind type of publication. What I mean is, whoever has something good out that week or that month or whatever, they'll go with. Now this here is a really pro-Amber article. It's really long, so it would be torturous to go through the whole thing, especially if you've seen Amber Heard's recent testimony. Now what this article is just quotes from Amber, and then a quick opinion on how it's her turn, and what she's saying, and now everyone's gotta listen to her, and that kind of thing. So it doesn't directly say anything like, we don't think she's lying, she's telling the truth. However, the way the article's laid out, it's very biased, it's all about her, and I'm pretty disappointed here on this site, and I'll remember this moving forward. I think Perez Hilton is just trying to get on the side and find out who will actually win the case, and roll with that, and then take it from there. It's called Amber Heard Cries, describing first time Johnny Depp allegedly hit her, and drops gut-wrenching new story of sexual assault. So the title is very positive and pro-Amber. I didn't see any tears. I don't think anyone actually caught tears. Looked like she was trying to cry at times, not for the right reasons, trying to remember how good it could have been. I think she's crying because it went wrong. She ended up in court and being exposed to the world. That's what she would be crying about if she could even get the tears out, but she didn't. So misleading and disinformation already. Amber's testimony began on Wednesday as she told the court, "This was the most painful and difficult thing I've gone through. I struggled to find the words to describe how painful it is. This is horrible for me to sit here for weeks and relive everything, hear people that I knew, some well, some not, my ex-husband with whom I shared a life, speak about our lives in the way that they have." So I think she throws in that little subtle thing, she didn't know them so well, to try to undermine some testimonies. Maybe she was trying to take a really indirect swing at Isaac, being like, I didn't know him so well. You know what? It doesn't matter. His whole testimony was about seeing her in the light, in the hall. If there were bruises or not, he could have not known her at all. As long as he was physically there and saw her frequently. I fell head over heels in love with this man. I felt like this man knew me and saw me in a way no one else had. I felt he had understood me, where I came from. I felt I was around Johnny. I felt like the most beautiful person in the world. I felt like $1 million. Why not the most beautiful woman in the world? Just curious. Question I gotta throw out there. She testified how they had met on the set of the 2011 movie The Rum Diary. She explained that she had already caught feelings, but the co-star's kissing scene sealed the deal. Now, here's one point of the article that I really took issue with. It certainly could be read as what's called love bombing, overwhelming a potential new partner with adoration and gifts, something abusers often do to quickly win someone over. So the implication is that Johnny Depp showered her with gifts because he was an abuser who wanted to, pull her in and abuse her? Wait a minute. Idiot. Perez Hilton. I no longer like this publication whatsoever. The guy was one of the richest actors in the world. I think at that point, first of all, Perez Hilton has no idea what that's like. Second of all, I think if you've got like hundreds of millions of dollars, it's kind of normal to give people gifts. That's how you are at that point. If I had that much money, I'd probably give my mailman like a Rolex. Seriously, you give people things. That's how he wanted to show her, let's get together. Here's something, take a look. He got her a horse. Okay, how much could that have been, possibly? How much could a horse possibly be? I don't know. But if you think about, like, hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm sure a horse to Johnny Depp was like a McDonald's, cheeseburger meal to us. It was nothing. It was just a flinch of the eye. So it's not like he really sacrificed all this stuff and gave it to her. He probably just went through his normal routine of how he treats people he's being nice to. A little extra, obviously, because it was an intimate relationship. But love bombing? I disagree. Of course, it could also just be thoughtful. Gifts are one of the known 5 love languages, and plenty of people do it with honest intentions. Alright, so Perez has a little recovery there, but I don't care. It also says something abusers often quickly do. In either case, it worked. She said the relationship began while they were promoting the movie. We're going to skip this thing right here, where she says they fell in love, they went on the press tour. I'm sure you guys have probably seen that. She said it was good in the beginning. Okay, I'll give her that. That was probably true. I don't think every single thing Amber said was a lie. I think the truth was in the positive things, that Johnny was nice to her, the places they went, who she was there with, things like that. There was no need to lie about any of that. But the abuse and that stuff, all allegations, no proof, so fairly meaningless. Then they mention that Johnny said they should keep the relationship secret, which is really, really common sense. When you're a star on the level of Johnny, you don't want to just put everything public right away. And why would you? Okay, let's assume it was good when they first met, which it seemed like it was. That doesn't seem to be disputed. Even Johnny said they had a great year together. Is that something you want in the media right away? No. How much of your life do you actually want in the media? For me, I've got a small platform here, but what I want out is my opinions on pop culture and what I'm doing here, not every detail of my life. So what Johnny wants out is things he does as far as music, movies, and things that actually are relevant to his talents. You don't just want everything about your life out. So that's really understandable. And would Vanessa Paradis want that out? Probably not. He could have been thinking about her. But of course, this article can't really say anything common sense and critically thought out like that. They post this up there. Little weird split shot. Once again, no tears. Just she's really trying to cry there. And the comment sections were actually pretty full of people with common sense. The first person says, yes, I noticed no tears. The acting on the stand was horrible, so over the top. 18 likes, 5 dislikes. Next down, this woman did not shed one tear today. Such outrageous lies. Funny, no one came forward as a witness to the dog lie. One photo years ago with a bruise on her arm saying Johnny squeezed her arm too hard. I did not see any finger bruising on the inside of her arm, nor on the outside. That bruise was not caused by a grab. And guest says, exactly right, this bruise is not consistent with her story. Not mention it was already turning green, which means it was an old bruise by the time she took that photograph. Good point. And JC says, really trying to... And JC says, really trying to give that PR to... And JC says, really trying to give that new PR team something to work with. I wonder how much they're paying for these headlines. And there are more and more comments with similar things that are against Amber, calling out Amber, and there's really no comments that are against Johnny. So Perez's fans, or, well, not fans, but people watching the site and following the site at least know what's up. You guys, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. I cannot recommend Perez Hilton because I personally find the site to be finger in the wind. Just whatever's happening that day. If Johnny starts coming out on top, it's real obvious. Big time, you will see Perez take Johnny's side. I'm just not into that. You know, if Amber came with real evidence and it was agreed upon everybody who thought it out and critically thought about it and was honest, yeah, I might be like, all right, I'll make a video. Hey, this doesn't look good, guys. I have to admit it. But I'm not going to take speculation and opinion and flip that in a way that I think will actually be beneficial. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't consider it and don't subscribe, I guess I'll be pretty sad about it. But I'll move on, make a new video, something like that. We're done here for now. Rant over. See you next time.